to Los Angeles and the LA Convention Center, everybody. The buzz is on high as we are just a couple days away from Super Bowl 56. Fans have enjoying the fan experience. It is extensive, ongoing. Dave knows, he tried it out. Current and former NFL players all over this place making their appearances. The media broadcasting from Radio Row, getting everybody ready for the big game ahead between the Rams and the Bengals. And of course, headlining Radio Row, the FanDuel Sportsbook set and more ways to win team here. Happy weekend, everybody. We made it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging with us. I'm your host, Lisa Kerney, and we're getting you ready for Super Bowl 56. And as always, and every single day this week, I got my team with me. Of course, our sports betting experts here with me, Dave Weaver, Andrew Filipponi, Cole Wright, and Edward Egros in the house. Guys, this is our last show of the week.
Aww.
Unreal, right? It flew
Go out with
by.
a bang. Save the best for last, right?
We've
Let's do
got
it.
huge guests on the show, but we've had huge guests every day this week. So I got to just take a second while we, ease in here. What's been like your favorite moment this week so far? Dave?
Boy, probably running the obstacle course and not needing an ambulance to carry me off.
Any GMs approach you, signing
I got a few calls. I got a
10-day
few
contract?
calls.
I think sitting next to you has been unbelievable.
It's been great
so
because
much about ice cold.
no more
Exacta.
Skype.
You've been everywhere, Churchill Downs. You've never been to Radio Row at the Super Bowl.
This is great.
And to be next to you, it's taken my breath away, Cole. It really has.
He's a very breathtaking gentleman over there. But
let's go to the love seat now.
That DeAndre Hopkins said that he and all the other top wideouts, what do? They watch Cooper Kupp film. That just lets you know how good Cooper Kupp is and how the Cincinnati Bengals need to know that forewarned is fair warned come Sunday.
It's so wonderful to get to talk to these players past and present, because then you start to learn things about what's going on with their take, their perspective on things, and then to be able to ask good questions, go back to the data and figure out, okay, is this really what's going on in football?
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a paradigm shift that needs to happen. It's really exciting to be able to learn something and ask better questions. That's
true.
So much incredible insight. We talk about D-Hop, Mike Vick on set, Melvin Gordon, Terrell Davis. The list went on and on this week. Some really fantastic guests. And we're not done yet. We've got two current players joining us today. We've got a Super Bowl champion in-house and Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin going to be on the set with us today. Also, Chargers wide receiver and five-time Pro Bowler Keenan Allen stopping by. Looking forward to chatting with those guys as we get you ready for the big game on Sunday. And to get you ready for the rest of this show today, we're going to break down the big game. We're going to place the bets. We're going to hand those bets out, and you can bet them as well right now. We're also going to roll out some DFS. But before we dive into all of the fun, a reminder that you can place all the bets we're talking about on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. For all of our new users, welcome to the family. Sign up for your new account using the promo code right there on your screen. More ways 1,000 and get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. So let's kick this thing off and get right to it, guys. It's all going down at SoFi Stadium on Sunday, right here in Los Angeles, where the Rams are giving 4 to the Bengals. Now, I want everybody to give me your picks. You guys, we've been talking about it all week long, but I want your one best argument for why you're going to back which side. Dave?
There are number one picks that will never get a sniff of the Super Bowl in their life. Joe Burrow, number one pick in 2020. Does anybody even remember that Matthew Stafford was the number one pick back in 2009? Is it too much, too soon for Joe Burrow? Is it more advantageous to be a number one pick that finally got away from Detroit, but has had, 12 seasons to finally achieve the moment that he's always wanted? I want the experience of Matthew Stafford. That's my number one pick that I think covers in this game.
Well, I think the theme here for me right now is the two best wide receivers in the NFL. I know we're going to have some great ones on set, but statistically the two best are in this game. It's Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase. And for me, Chase, he's going to have Jalen Ramsey on him, maybe the best corner. And how is Joe Burrow going to respond to that? I don't know. I feel better about Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp working on Eli Apple or Mike Hilton in this game. And that's why I'm taking the Rams -4.
Dave, you brought up a good point, a battle of top drafted guys, number one quarterbacks when you look at Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow. But, the one thing that really jumps off the page to me is that this is the first Super Bowl since 1975, no 1 or 2 seeds. So both of these teams, they're going to be scratching and clawing. And like I said earlier in the week, I appreciate what Cincinnati does in close games because we know that the Rams, so far all season, they've tended to be blowout artists. Cincinnati, they can keep it close. And I think it's going to be a slow-scoring game when you look at the Rams off the top. We talked about Matt Gay. I think that's how he's going to get the game started. Field goal. I think Cincinnati, if they keep it close, they're going to win and cover, obviously.
This morning I thought a lot about the Rams Super Bowl appearance from just a few years ago against the Patriots. If you remember, that offense was unbelievable. They were play-action innovators, and then the Patriots absolutely shut them down. How?
3
because
points.
They put 3 points.
Yeah, they averaged 30 points a game that year.
30 points a game, 3 points in that contest. Why? Because the Patriots put 5 defenders on the line of scrimmage, and sometimes even a 6th defender on the line of scrimmage, rendering the run useless, rendering the play action useless. Patriots figured it out. Now they get a new quarterback and a relatively new system with a little less play action, which normally would be a bad thing, but it's working for them. Do the Bengals have creativity defensively to do something that they haven't seen before, to try and slow down Cooper Kupp, slow down Matt Stafford? I just don't know if I trust that. I like the Rams.
You like the Rams. Keep this in mind because Bengals are 7-0 against the spread in their last 7 games. Now, they're not playing the Rams 7 times in a row, but what a story for the Cincinnati team that 2 years ago had an NFL worst 2 wins. Last season, 4 wins. Comes in a day before this season starts, 150-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, and they're sitting 1 game away from doing that. It's an incredible story that gives you chills, really. And then there's so many storylines on the other side as well. Of course, it is personnel getting any team to this point. So let's go ahead and project the Super Bowl MVP. We're just going to fly right through this, guys. You see the odds right there up on your screen. We're going to rip through for everybody. And again, Dave, I'm going to have you start us off. Who's your Super Bowl MVP, Dave?
I'm going 99, Aaron Donald. I think offensively, it could just be even. Stafford has a decent game. Burrow has a decent game. Obviously, if Stafford gets 5 touchdowns, it's his. But if he gets 1 or 2, Burrow gets 1 or 2, Cooper gets his 80, 90, 100 yards. But constantly you're seeing Aaron Donald getting to Burrow, 4 sacks, a forced fumble, some knockdowns, maybe even tip ball interception. I mean, if you're just constantly watching that pressure and nobody stands out offensively, I think Aaron Donald could get it. He was 18-1, 16-1. He's now down to plus 1,400. He's taken some money.
Yeah, so history says go with a quarterback.
Yep.
But the matchup that I'm looking at now is 50-plus sacks allowed by the Bengals, 50-plus sacks generated by the Rams. That's only happened 3 times in Super Bowl history.
So like Aaron Donald, all right.
Well, no, I'm going to go with Von Miller because look at those odds, Dave. They're better.
Repeat.
You love long odds, 39-1. Come on, get on the train. He's
And
done
he
it
was
before.
50, I think, earlier.
Because I told everybody to bet it, and it's come down.
That's what it
it's
is.
the power of pony, Cole.
That's what it is.
Take Von Miller, 39-1.
All right, that would be his 2nd Super Bowl MVP. We'll see how that goes. Now, we talked about Cooper Kupp, but, I'm the only guy on this set that's rolling with the Cincinnati Bengals,
You're
as
the
we
lone
all
wolf.
know. So we're going to go with Jamar Chase. Will he be the 8th wide receiver to bring home a Super Bowl MVP? Who knows? Because the last time we saw that, Julian Edelman, 2019, and he's going to have a big game. That's what's going to be in those cards. He's had 3 games this year with 2 or more touchdowns, and they all came versus playoff teams. So I'm going to go with Jamar Chase because the numbers looking pretty good. You're going to be walking out and treating everybody to dinner if you put your chips on him.
See, I feel like if you believe that the Bengals are going to pull off this upset, that it's going to be because of Joe Burrow doing a lot of short, quick throws and that he will be the MVP. But if you are backing the Rams -4, I can see an easy narrative where Cooper Kupp wins the MVP in large part because I do believe that when it comes to this award, narrative matters a lot. And who has more positive narratives, anyone, on this Rams offense other than Cooper Kupp, who has one of the top wide receiver seasons that we have ever seen in this game. And because he didn't win MVP honors or really even come close, this may be sort of a makeup award, so to speak, assuming he gets triple-digit yards, things like that.
And Lisa, it's only happened once. A winner of the MVP was on the losing team. I found on the FanDuel Sportsbook, plus 5,500, that the MVP is on the losing team.
Did you bet it?
Fascinating.
No, I don't think it'll happen this year, but it is there. You can bet it.
That's awesome. And Cole, I wanted to let you know you do have some friends out there because I was talking to our FanDuel Sportsbook odds maker, John Sheeran, friend of the show, by the way.
That's right.
Like a close personal friend of all of us here. And I was asking, I was like, where's the money going? Like, where are we seeing it? He said 65% of the money on the money line is coming in on the Bengals.
What I tell you, Dave.
And it's about 50-50 there on the spread. It's total, same thing, about 50-50. So it's interesting that
sounds like the right decision.
It's
spelled with a W.
65% on the Bengals coming in on the money line. All right, you guys, let's move on. You can bet the spread, Super Bowl MVP, along with hundreds of other game and player props on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, and you can do it right now. You can check them out, but if you prefer a simple money line bet, hey, we got you. FanDuel is hooking you up with a crazy odds boost. Check this out. It's Super Bowl 56, so New users making their first sportsbook wager will get 56-1 odds, up to $5 on a moneyline bet for this Super Bowl. That's right, a winning $5 wager means you'll win $280 cash. It's that simple. So just pick the winner of the game. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, sign up for your new account, place a moneyline wager on this Super Bowl, and take advantage of the 56-1 odds promotion going on right now. And like I need to remind you, it is the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And what's a Super Bowl without a Super Bowl party, am I right? We've got the biggest one going down here in Los Angeles. Come hang with me and Pat McAfee this Saturday as we host our massive FanDuel party going down at the Magic Box here in Los Angeles. Come in person or join us streaming for a chance to win a share of $200,000 in prizes. It's the Superstar Showdown event right here in downtown LA, featuring dozens of celebrities and athletes competing in various sports challenges. That's how you place your bets. Star-studded guest lists, including Joe Montana, Anthony Anderson, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, T.O., Wiz Khalifa, Ludacris as well. They'll also be giving musical performances after those challenges. Those guys going head-to-head in these really super fun competitions. All you got to do is predict the winner to get a share of the $200,000 that are up for grabs. You can get more information on this show at FanDuel.com/FanDuel-party, along with free tickets and information on how to join the party in person, or again, join us on the stream. Check it out, FanDuel.com/FanDuel-party. All right, y'all been waiting for it because I teased it, and he is here. The man, the myth, the legend right here rolled up. Mr. Keenan Allen, it is in house. What you all been waiting for is right here. Give it up for Chargers wide receiver, 5-time Pro Bowler, Keenan Allen. Thanks for being here, man.
What's up, man?
So great to have you with us.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you feeling? How you doing with the week?
I'm doing good. Been great. I'm at home, so
Yeah.
chillaxing.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you made it to Radio Row. Welcome to our set. It's really awesome to have you. And I want to get your Super Bowl picking, of course, in just a few moments. But you've been insanely consistent. I'm just going to read it. 4 seasons with 100-plus receptions. It's as many as Jerry Rice and Marvin Harrison. They had in their entire careers. So when people come to you and you're like, you're still active, still doing the thing at the highest level, how have you managed to be so consistent and so productive for so long?
I think just focusing on those 2 things, staying consistent and staying productive. Doing it all year long, not really taking a break. Like I've already started, in the weight room, just prehab, just focusing on the little muscles, making sure everything is ready and right, to stay ready for the whole season. So just trying to do it the whole year. Yeah. Stay consistent all year.
Just be the best that I can always be.
Yeah.
Keenan,
that's awesome, Keenan.
The matchup within the matchup for the Super Bowl is the 2 great wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp. You know the position so well. You're such a technician. Compare and contrast those 2 guys for me. Chase's game, Kupp's game.
I'll speak on Kupp just because I think he plays my position.
He does.
Elite, man. Very elite. Very explosive. The way he reads the defenses, he knows his leverages. He knows the spots he wants to get to, the timing that he has. The way he sets his body up and sets those guys up on the option routes, nasty. It's underrated for sure. And Jamar Chase, deep threat. Definitely a guy that can run routes too. You see him, he catches the ball for 5-10 yards, takes it to the house. He's tough, man, explosive as well. So definitely excited to see them guys make plays.
Keenan, we had Jared Cook on the other day, and we talked about Week 18. Obviously, that was a game, a national stage. It didn't shake out how you guys wanted it to. Do you have any regrets there? Do you wish you would have played for the tie and maybe rolled the dice and see how things would have gone in the playoffs?
I definitely wanted to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So whatever we could have did to get to the playoffs, obviously, we'd take that. But it is what it is. We went for the win, and they did the same thing. So
sure.
I wouldn't. People ask me if we don't call the timeout. No, I still feel like they go for the win. There's no way they go for the tie. So, no, I think it would have played out the same.
Shout out, helped me win my fantasy league, number 1 pick, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
One of the things we know, or maybe people don't know, you like to do, you're a gamer.
Oh, yeah.
You like to get on there. You got your own Twitch channel. I saw you a few days ago. You pop on for a few hours. What are some of the games you'd like to stream right now?
Yeah, For Honor, Overwatch. This is my main 2 games, For Honor and Overwatch. I'll definitely get on Fortnite. Play Call of Duty a little bit.
No
Madden.
sports games, little Madden?
A little bit of Madden. Not really though. The Madden, the EA Sports guys, they don't. It's not great.
The ratings aren't good enough for you.
It's just
They're slighting you.
Yeah, when you talk about my rating, oh man, Come on, man.
No, I'm just saying I
I
thought
can
maybe
be up here all day talking about my
you
race.
should be a 99 or close to it, at
Come
least for
on.
the route running.
At least. At least.
Cole mentioned it, and I want to get to it because we had Jared Cook on Monday. Great guy,
Yeah,
awesome
my
teammate.
guy,
I was
yeah.
sure. Yeah, he's your guy. We asked him about an aggressive coach that goes for it so consistently on fourth down and fourth and short. So what's it like playing for a coach that trusts the offense so much that just continues to keep going for it on fourth and short, and kind of what's your assessment of that strategy?
I think it just gives us a lot of confidence in ourselves. Just putting the team on our back. Definitely with the offense, we have Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams. Like you said, Jared Cook. There's a lot of people out there. Jalen Guyton, Josh Palmer. Just the list goes on who you can get a ball to. So why not go for it? We like our chances. We like us. And, just put it on our backs.
Keenan, you ever think about what a Chargers run to the Super Bowl would do for the team's popularity in Los Angeles? You're still trying to break through here. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Just those tough games and those late game losses, it doesn't get the people the recognition that I think deserve the recognition. And I think it comes down to those late game losses and whatever it is, we gotta find a way to turn those things around.
Keenan, the game on Sunday, that's going to increase the popularity of the Los Angeles Rams here in the city. We know that. But when it comes to the Super Bowl, a lot of players, they stay as far away from it as possible. Are you one of those guys that watches it? Do you not watch it? And if you are, where are you going to watch it? And what's on the menu, man?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm a football guy. I've always been a football guy. We definitely have the game on. I'll definitely be playing video games while it's on, but I'll definitely have it on, seeing what's going on. And my take this year, man, I don't think I can bet against the defense, that the Rams have.
Yeah.
It's really nasty, but the offense that the Rams got, Joe Burrow, is nasty. So,
but what's on the menu when you're watching the game, though? That's what everybody wants to know.
My food menu?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know what they're going to cook.
Wings, nachos?
Nah, we usually go, it's probably going to be a whole little cookout deal.
Okay.
Yeah. Steaks, chicken, shrimps.
Next level.
Gotta get that protein in.
Next level.
Barbecue time.
I hear
Yeah, we need the whole nine at my house.
Nice.
Come on now.
Be curious to know what they're eating pregame because we got a big game on Sunday, so we got to talk about it. Rams, Bengals. Who's your pick? Who's winning?
Rams, Bengals. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm going Bengals.
Okay.
That's become a popular
you and
pick.
Cole,
right there with
you and Cole, I was just saying, I was
right.
telling Cole, I was like, you guys are not, we've had a lot of people up on the stage, a lot of the guests that are full-on Rams.
Yeah.
And we just, Bengals are kind of percolating here, but 65% of our bettors are putting their money on the Bengals, so you're not alone. All right, you guys. Keenan Allen, everybody, thank you so much
Keenan,
for joining
thanks
us
so
here
much.
on the
Appreciate
FanDuel
it.
Sportsbook
Appreciate
stage.
you.
Appreciate it. All right, you guys, fantastic insight there from Keenan Allen, of course, and get ready because we've got another great guest coming up in just a few minutes right here on More Ways to Win. Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin coming in hot right here on our set. Godwin was on the Super Bowl winning team last year, of course, so we'll ask him what the players are feeling right now just hours before kickoff. Plus, has he talked to Tom Brady since the GOAT announced his retirement? What did Tom Brady tell him about his decision to leave the game? And I'll be asking his Super Bowl pick as well. So stick around. Bucs wide receiver Chris Godwin joining More Ways to Win in just a few moments. We're going to continue to roll on it here on FanDuel Sportsbook's More Ways to Win. Again, Godwin coming up in just a few minutes. But DFS fans, one game left, and we're all in. We're going to tell you about a free Super Bowl DFS contest that you can sign up for right now. It's the $56,000 Super Showdown presented by Irish Spring. It's a single slate DFS contest just for this Super Bowl. All you got to do, head to FanDuel.com/league/Irish-Spring, sign up, set your lineup. Watch the players on your roster rack up those points during the Super Bowl on Sunday. And I tell you what, if your team scores enough points, you'll share in the $56,000 prize pool. So get on it. You know what to do. Log on to FanDuel.com/Irish-Spring to enter for free. And of course, here on our show, our job is to help you score those points. We got your back. So we turn to senior writer and editor for Number Fire, Jim Sonis, who gives us his top value plays here for the big game. Hey, Jim.
Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, still some stuff to be decided with injuries for Super Bowl 56, but I do still think there are some good values we can talk about right now. That starts with Van Jefferson checking in at $7,000. He could benefit if Tyler Higbee cannot go for the Rams because Jefferson's role has been, frankly, quite bad during the playoffs. Just a 9% target share, but still 24% of the deep targets, and he's had 2 weeks to rest his shoulder and knee injuries. Jefferson is risky, but I do think there is some reward to his profile. I also like Sony Michel on the Rams at $7,500. Michel, I would expect to be the third down back for the Rams because that's what he was during the conference championship. Michel in that game played 14 of 18 third down snaps according to Next Gen Stats, compared to just 3 snaps for Cam Akers. And that was happening even before Cam Akers dinged up his shoulder. They just prefer Michel as a pass blocker, which means he could get some dump balls, which could inflate his score. So Akers still the lead back, but Michel worth a look given the low salary. The final guy I'm targeting here is Tyler Boyd at $8,500. Boyd is kind of like Jefferson, where you don't expect a ton of overall volume, but it's enough where he could get by at this salary. Boyd, during the playoffs, has a 14% target share, but that goes up to 29% when the Bengals are inside the red zone. So maybe a fluky touchdown, maybe some yards to go with it, and that's enough for Boyd to pay off $8,500. And I think relative to guys in this range, you can expect Boyd's snap rate to be very high. So 3 options here as of right now. Again, keep track of the injuries specifically to CJ Uzomah and Tyler Higbee, but I think we should be able to squeeze in the studs we want for Super Bowl 56.
Awesome having you, Jim. Awesome having you all week long, by the way. Thank you, Jim. Now take Jim's information, set your lineup for the $56,000 Super Showdown presented by Irish Spring. And remember, it is free. You can sign up now at FanDuel.com/league/Irish-Spring. And a reminder to follow Jim Sonis on Twitter and Instagram. Hit up his podcast as well. It's the Heat Check Fantasy Podcast, and you can find it on Apple Podcasts. Thanks a lot, Jim. All right, and we move on here on more ways to win because I told you celebrities and big-time players are making their rounds here at Radio Row in Los Angeles. And look who's here on our FanDuel set. Tampa Bay Bucs wide receiver and Super Bowl champion. Give it up for Chris Godwin, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
We are.
Thanks
There you go.
for joining
That's
us.
what I'm talking about.
I'm going to get your Super Bowl pick in just a second, but how you doing? I mean, you're coming off of a massive injury.
Yeah.
Bring us into your world. How you feeling? How's the recovery going?
Honestly, I'm doing pretty good. I'm about 5, almost 6 weeks out post-op, and every day just new milestones. I think it's really created like a new perspective for me. You start to kind of take things for granted, and now it's like walking is a big step, and then running is a big step. So each day is a new victory.
Yeah. Well, you're moving pretty well, so
Yeah.
I was glad to see that.
That's good.
Yeah, he had to jump into this chair. I was your doctor.
Yeah.
I would have approved that move. Chris, what do you think that means for what's next for you? I mean, big question about your future, all the success in Tampa Bay. You see yourself there next year, Chris?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I love it in Tampa. I would love to be back there, and obviously, got a great chemistry with Mike and with a lot of guys on the team. But we'll see how that kind of plays out. But I think, just where I'm at, like in my recovery, and I'm off to a hot start. So it set me up pretty good to be back.
Now, Chris, I don't know if you heard, but your quarterback retired.
Did he?
Tom Brady. He did. Maybe some people have heard this throughout Radio Row. It's been a big secret. But did it surprise you at all? Did he tell you guys after that loss to the Rams? Or did you find out, just like everybody else on Twitter, you think maybe Tom could potentially have a comeback? Is he waiting for you to sign? What do you say?
Yeah. Honest, so first we all found out at the same time you all did.
Okay.
And
The first time or the second time?
the second
Yeah,
time.
okay.
So it was interesting because you hear him like talk about his family and stuff like that, and I feel like when you look at it, he was talking about that more than he ever did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think just from that perspective, you start to kind of see like Tom as the person. So I was kind of surprised, but at the same time, I know how much he cares for his family. I know how much he loves them and wants to dedicate his time to them. So at the end of the day, I'm happy for him. He deserves it more than anybody else.
When it came to playing with Tom, I think one of the things that he talked about this past season was that he always wanted to make sure to help you guys out as far as, regardless of, if you're open or not open, make sure you're not going to get leveled after the catch.
Yeah.
Make sure that you don't get injured regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
Is that a lost art form among the younger quarterbacks, you think?
I feel like it kind of can be. Obviously a guy like Tom, he's been around a while, and the game has changed so much since, he got in and, and he's seen so many big hits, and you don't really have too many of those anymore, so it might be a lost art. But, he did a really good job of that over the course of his time with us. And as receivers, we really appreciate that.
Chris, you guys know this Rams team so well.
Yeah.
Played against them twice, lost twice. What makes them so tough?
It's a great question. Honestly, I think that, the biggest thing is they're so talented, right? They have guys with talent all over the field, on offense, defense, and special teams. I think there's that. I think they're really hungry. And I think their coaches do a really good job of scheming them up. When you look at what their defense does, they lean on their strengths, and the same thing offensively. The whole offense goes through Cooper Kupp and Sean McVay. He's going to do a great job of getting him open and scheming up ways to get him the ball.
So with that in mind, okay, if you were getting ready to play in this game, do you think that Ramsey will be on Chase the entire time? If you're Chase, would you anticipate that that's going to be the matchup you get on almost every play?
I would think
Chris?
so.
Yeah.
And if not everyone, I would say the majority of the plays. And you can tell based on how Jalen's been talking in the media. And I think both guys are eager for that matchup. And I think as competitors, they want to kind of go with that. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
How much do you watch other receivers currently playing, and how much do you watch Cooper Kupp and what he does?
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of receivers, man. I try to be a student of the game, but also just having an appreciation for the craft. And I know Cooper pretty good. At this point, we kind of built our relationship over the course of the last couple of years. Came in the same year, and we kind of play a similar role in our offenses. So I watched him for a couple of years, and I've been so impressed by him. He's a guy that's willing to do whatever for the team. He's going to block for you. He's always going to be in the right spot, going to help, bring guys along with him. And I think that's invaluable, man.
Present company excluded, is he the best one?
I mean, I would have to say, this year, I would say so. What he did this year was unbelievable, and he was so consistent. He don't really do much talking. He goes out and handles his business, and then he balls out.
Yeah, we saw it, Offensive Player of the Year last night at NFL Honors. Definitely an award that he was well deserving of as the season unfolded. But when you take a look at him not being able to reel in MVP honors that went to, of course, Aaron Rodgers, is it maybe something that needs to be done for those receivers to pull one of those awards their way? Because a kicker in 1983 won MVP and still no wide receivers. What has to be done, man?
Man, I don't know. That's a great question. Because obviously it's traditionally, basically a quarterback award. You got a couple of running backs here and there, but it's just going to take a receiver having a phenomenal year, and then the rest of the top quarterbacks kind of having an average year. I think if Aaron didn't have the year that he did and Tom didn't have the year that he did, that Cooper Kupp is right there in the discussion for MVP. Yeah. And honestly, I think if he got it this year, I don't know if anybody would have been too mad.
Would have made sense.
All right, we're running out of time. Just a few seconds left in the show, but I got to ask you, who is winning the Super Bowl, Chris?
Oh.
Putting you in the hot seat, Chris Godwin.
Honestly, I think the Rams are going to win. I think that Aaron Donald and those boys up front are going to kind of cause havoc, and I think Cooper Kupp and Odell and those guys are hungry enough. I think they're going to get it done.
All right, because I reminded you played him twice, and it was tough.
Tough
Those boys
memories,
are tough. Well, you look good. You look like you're moving well. I'm glad the recovery is going really well. Appreciate you being here with us.
Yeah, thank you
Chris
so much.
Godwin, everybody. Thanks for
y'all.
joining us. All right, you guys, that was it for this week. We did the thing. I want to just remind everybody, we're handing out $1 million. You can have a chance to win a part of $1 million just by betting $5 on the Super Bowl. Information right here. It's the $1 million Super Bowl Double Down promotion. There's how it works on screen. Just bet at least $5 on the Super Bowl. You're going to have $5 credit on the FanDuel Casino app. So make sure you guys check it out. But that is it. That is a wrap. Our 5th and final show of the week. We got to thank Chris Godwin for being here. Got to thank Keenan Allen for being here. And of course, all the guys. You guys absolutely crushed us this week. Enjoy the Super Bowl and good luck with your bets.